Listen up, Bitcoin has reached the $76,000 mark. It's hard to believe the market is going up, 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 and up. But now something crucial has happened because we've corrected back down from $76,000 relatively quickly to the $73,800 mark. The question now, of course, is this a new possible entry point we can take to profit from the next long move up to our price target? And our price target is $78,000, $79,000 way up here. To be able to profit from that, we should go long now. Where is the last entry point? That's the most frequently asked question from yesterday's live stream, and I'm going to answer it for you today. So I'd say let's not waste any time. Let's dive right in. And with that, hello and a very warm welcome to a new market update here on my channel. It's me, Max. I'm giving you a very important crypto market update today because today could possibly be the last potential entry for a Bitcoin long position for the next few weeks. Yes, why, how, and for what reason I'll explain to you exactly. But before we start here, friends, you know what to do. Down in the comments, leave a comment for the algorithm. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for the incredible push from you guys on the last videos. That really meant a lot to me, or rather, it still means a lot to me. Therefore, there's also a surprise for you. Namely, there's now a link in the video description. I actually launched it yesterday, my free trading training. With the first link in the video description, you can secure access to it here completely for free to get in. For the first 100 people, there's even another surprise. So feel free to check out the link in the video description. Thumbs up, comment for the algorithm. Thank you so much, my friends. I love you guys. Thank you so, so much. Then, very, very importantly, we are perfectly on track with our forecast. The forecast fits here again like a glove. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green 12-hour candles in a row here. The candle that's current right now will probably be red, but we still have 5 hours to bring this candle back into the green zone, and that's also more what I suspect, at least that the next one will also be green. Just quickly before I forget, friends, I don't just want to show you my trades here, but from now on, there's also a market update every morning at 8 o'clock, so even before the market update on LEVEX. That means for all the people who want to trade the DAX opening and so on and so forth, it's obviously very relevant to take a look at that. That means there's always a briefly summarized market update there. Also, listen up, friends. Everyone who comments under this post will do this in every market update from now on. Everyone who leaves a comment on YouTube or here on LEVEX under this post can win $100. And I'll do that every market update and basically announce the winner of the $100 from the last video at the very beginning of each market update. So I think it's relatively self-explanatory. So feel free to go to LEVEX. You don't have to deposit anything for it. Just sign up on LEVEX today using the second link. The first link is the free course. The second link is the link to LEVEX. Just feel free to sign up there for free. Leave a comment here under this post, meaning under the market update. Then you're automatically qualified for the $100. They will then be credited to your LEVEX account. All right, now let's really get started. The forecast is absolutely spot on. What happened? Bitcoin went up to $76,000. Okay, what happened? Of course, we can't look at this in isolation. We have to see what happened before. Because I can tell you one thing. Bitcoin broke through one of the most important levels to the upside, which basically just increased the chance of seeing $78,000 or $79,000 by 100-fold. So the probability is quite high that will actually continue to rise, and that's why we have a great entry point down here due to a divergence. So if you see this market update in time, you've probably been very, very lucky. Yesterday, I sent a voice note to my free Telegram group, and there I mentioned that right now is one last good entry point for a Bitcoin long trade. And that was exactly when the market was at this point here. That means the market was at $73,300, and that's when I told you, hey friends, the market just corrected here. A final potential long entry would be possible now. And after that, the market went straight up without stopping. So congratulations to everyone who listened to that yesterday and made a trade based on it. There were many in the live stream saying, hey, thanks, Max. Now we're up here at 74.5 and we entered at 73.3. Thank you so much for that. Then yesterday we traded the market opening, or rather we watched it. We wanted to trade it, but unfortunately didn't manage to because the market went up and we were waiting for a long entry because I'm certainly not trading short anymore if I assume the market will rise to $78,000 or $79,000 in the next few days. I'll even be able to tell you exactly when that is. But I'll show you in a moment why that is. It's because of the interest rate decision, but we'll take a very close look at that in a moment. But nonetheless, my friends, the market then went down, and I told you in the live stream where the next good entry point is. And for all those who can remember, 73.3. That was the area here where we tested exactly the 200 EMA on the 5-minute time frame. And a big congratulations to all those who entered there accordingly, because from the 73.3 level alone, the market rose again by 3.7% up to $76,000. That means the market is making quite a few bullish impulses here. Yes, but now it happened that the market corrected again from $76,000, and that was to be expected because we have to take a look at what actually happened. Because many people don't see that. Even on the large time frame, you don't see what happened here. That means you can't see it there in the forecast. You can't see it here. You have to go into a certain time frame that hardly anyone has on their radar. So let me mark this important liquidity cluster that we have here. Why is this an important liquidity cluster? Quite simple. Just look at how we were rejected here, how we were rejected here, and how we were rejected here. Then the market broke through, of course, retested this cluster here beautifully and initially found support here and is currently behaving within this cluster. So this is currently the most important level for us. But my dear friends, this has nothing to do with the 5-minute time frame now. So let's go out into the 30-minute time frame. Then we can see, wait a minute, here the cluster actually matches up again around here. Then we have to enlarge the cluster a little bit. Then let's scroll a bit further. See, wait a minute, the cluster also fits in here. Yes, and if we keep going further back, we see accordingly that these are the 3 points where the market has just failed the whole time. That means we'll go into the 1-hour time frame here. I think you can see that quite well. We can even go into the 2-hour time frame where we can see the whole thing even better. Yes. So what we can see, and this is also what I showed you yesterday in the live stream, we obviously had strong resistance here, had strong resistance here, and also formed a double top here, so to speak, had strong resistance, and now the market has finally broken through. That means the most important level was here in the range between $73,600 and $74,200. And now we have finally broken through this area. This can of course lead to, and probably will lead to, us consolidating a bit further in this area first and then seeing the final shot upwards. Yes, so I can imagine something like the market slowly consolidating a bit here, tending to move more strongly, and then accordingly making the final shot up towards $78,000. It's definitely very realistic that we'll see this scenario here. But it must be clearly stated that we have now broken through the most important and final resistance above us, and for now there are no limits upwards. Only the limit of my own forecast and analysis, of course. That means you can clearly see here, up here I personally say second fake out, I say test of the 200 EMA and then the crash. Up here I will sell a large part of my portfolio, up here I will close my trades and so on and so forth. And not just close my trades, I will simultaneously open many short positions. In today's live stream I will already be placing some short positions. Quick cut friends, I only noticed it after the video. My clear forecast for Bitcoin, by the way, is that Bitcoin will continue to consolidate within this framework for now and then probably break out upwards here. That means the probability of a breakout from here upwards is relatively likely. The price target would tend to be $74,700 for now. That means entering a trade here now to trade this upwards wouldn't be worth it. If you can see the bigger picture up here for yourself, then it would definitely be worth it. I forgot to mention that just now because I actually wanted to show you and then forgot to zoom into the small time frame. I'm very sorry about that, so here's the cut again. But in any case, my friends, I say Bitcoin will probably consolidate first. If you can get an entry down here at 73.3 again, like yesterday, I think that's definitely not a bad idea. But important, the best entries were already yesterday. That means every entry today, the higher we've gone, is of course always worse, but of course it might be worth a try. But please friends, trade very, very carefully in the current market phase. What we also mustn't forget, tomorrow at 7 p.m. German time, we have the Federal Reserve interest rate decision. That means we have the Fed interest rate decision here. Yes, apparently the key interest rate is supposed to remain the same. This is the scenario that ultimately has the least impact on the market. Despite everything, it's been like this the last few times. No matter what the rate decision was, we always saw a pump after the decision. So first of all, trading the rate decision itself is absolute nonsense, unless you're scalping it. You can scalp the rate decision well, but in the end, we've always seen a clear scenario with the rate decision. Namely, the market always rose first, then consolidated, and then entered the next downward phase. That's what happened the last few times. That means I personally assume so too, because it fits into my picture again. This means I assume that today or tomorrow before the rate decision, more likely, let's say overnight, yes, that we'll reach the price target of $78,000 there. I mean, it's not that far off now. We were at 76 here, now rising $2,500. That's not a major feat anymore. Yes, testing the EMA, staying there for 1 or 2 days, and then after the rate decision, it goes down into the next downward phase 1 or 2 days later. So friends, please prepare yourselves for the next downward phase. Of course, some people also ask me, hey Max, I bought Bitcoin at 100,000. Would you sell everything here too? No, absolutely not. Yes, because my average entry price for my Bitcoins in my spot portfolio is under $70,000. And if I sell my Bitcoins now at around $80,000 or $78,000, I'm selling at a profit. That means I would only sell my Bitcoins and Ethereums at this point if I'm also in profit there. That means if I'm currently stuck in a drawdown, yes, or rather, what does stuck in a drawdown mean? But if I bought my Bitcoins at $110,000, I certainly wouldn't sell at $78,000 to potentially buy back lower. For me, it's simply that I say, hey, I bought my Bitcoins relatively cheaply because I naturally accumulated heavily in the last phase here. And if I sell up here now at $78,000, I'm in great profit. If I close my trades there, yes, I've made a great profit. Sure, I'd make more profit if it goes to $100,000, but who knows? In the end, I made money and that's what matters, yes. And if the market then goes down, I can of course buy cheaper down here. Of course, I won't just buy in the target zone, but I'll also naturally accumulate a bit before that and of course build up the next big swing trade. But what you mustn't forget at this point is that from now on, there will be a market update on LEVEX every day, and from now on every day for all those who comment under this market update and leave a thumbs up. You can just write, hey, it's me, or something like that. Yes? You can just leave a comment here on my LEVEX market update, and then you have the chance to win $100 every day. That means one of those who comment under the market update that comes on LEVEX gets the chance to win $100. The whole thing will then be credited to your LEVEX account immediately. The only thing you have to do is register for free on LEVEX via my link here. Yeah, that's through the second link in the video description. The first link in the video description gets you the free trading course. So just sign up. If you deposit, of course, you'll get the biggest deposit bonus ever right here. Yeah, so through me, you get the best conditions at LEVEX worldwide. Plus, you'll naturally get my exclusive trading signals completely for free. So my dear friends, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment for the algorithm. I'd say we'll see each other today at 2 p.m. in the live stream. See you then. And bye.